the past couple weeks, I was on a road trip in areas near North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and places like that. And I found multiple lizards, snakes, alligators, and more reptiles. I even saw a couple amphibians. My name is Stella, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my road trip herp/sightings. Okay, so firstly, we're starting strong with the frogs. Wait, does that rhyme? Anyways, this is a leopard frog, and leopard frogs, as you can see, have like these spots on their back, which I assume is where they get their name. Now, all frogs, which includes toads, in case you didn't know, toads are kind of frog, all frogs have very sensitive skin. Actually, not just frogs, all amphibians. All amphibians have very sensitive skin, which is why it is best to wash your hands if you do handle them, so that you don't have any oily chemicals on your hands. And it's also best to wear gloves. But this is optional. I, of course, did not handle the frog because it was very hard to catch. But yeah, this is a leopard frog, and this is an adult. They get 3 to 5 inches long, so that's usually how big an adult gets. I went on a boat tour and I found this little guy tucked in the corner of the seat. I think it's a tree frog, although I'm not 100% sure. Next, we saw an American alligators, and I just want to say that crocodilians, which include alligators, crocodiles, caimans, etc., they are all such amazing creatures that are so smart and intelligent, and it's really cool to see them in person. So, American alligators, which is what this is, tend to get 9 feet to 15 feet, and this one is like maybe 6 foot-ish, so it still has a bit more growing to do. Now, alligators are commonly confused with crocodiles. I actually have a video on how to identify a crocodile from an alligator, but I'm just going to quickly say one of the ways, and if you want to know the full details, check that video out. But one way to identify an alligator from a crocodile is by looking at their snouts. And an alligator's snouts tend to be rounded, which a crocodile's tend to be more V-shaped. Now, moving on to the snakes I saw on this road trip. Now, this snake is a yellow rat snake, and as you can notice, there's like sand, and that's because we went to a zoo, and this is actually a chicken pen where chickens go and lay their eggs, and these are freshly laid eggs, and then they have yellow rat snakes, native wild yellow rat snakes that come regularly to eat the eggs, because in the wild, yellow rat snakes will eat bird eggs. So, as you can see, it is currently eating the chicken egg, and this is a full adult. I'm really sorry for my bad filming skills, but we were in a national park, so I wasn't allowed to catch any of the snakes. This is a garter snake, and garter snakes eat primarily fish, rodents, small mammals, and insects. Now, garter snakes tend to hide under these rocks because it provides a lot of humidity and shade from the heat, and they also find a lot of insects here because stuff will want to hide other predators. So it's a perfect opportunity for garter snakes to go and eat. Garter snakes are in the Narcidae family, so they're a bit more sensitive to things. And sometimes I've heard of cases where garter snakes will just die randomly. So you should be aware of that if you're getting a garter snake, but it's not too common. Garter snakes, I'm pretty sure these are full adult garter snakes, and garter snakes don't get very big. They're usually about 2 feet long. So yeah. The next snake we'll be talking about is a ringneck snake. Now ringneck snakes only get a little long. That makes 0 sense. Ringneck snakes only get a few inches long. They're very thin and more on the skinnier body side of snakes. They are this grayish black color, and around their necks, as you can see, there's this orangey red ring that goes all around their neck, which is why they're called ringneck snakes, because, you know, there's a ring around their neck. Ringneck snakes eat on insects. We also saw Stella, get your words right. We also saw a couple water snakes, which were northern water snakes, and northern water snakes live near bodies of water, since, you know, they're water snakes, and they prey mainly upon fish. We saw this shed near a river. Warning, the next couple images might show something that some viewers might not want to see. The next couple images show a snake's spine that we found near the side of the road. Skip to 6 minutes and 52 seconds if not interested. Moving on to the lizards, this is a green anole, and green anoles are usually green or brown, and in their name it says green. However, depending on their temperament, they can either be green or brown. For example, you're probably not going to believe me, but before I filmed this lizard, it was a bright green color and then it started turning brown. And lizards, like green anoles, might do this because they're getting a bit angry, it might be getting colder, or their temperament's changing. So it depends on the situation. But in this case, it's probably getting a bit angrier with us since we're filming it. So yeah. Green anoles, this is a full size green anoles, and the males will have bright red pinkish dewlaps. And if you don't know what a dewlap is, it's the thing that's like connecting the chin and the neck. And so when they puff that out, they do it to show dominance, and I'm pretty sure it's also a way of like to interact with females during the breeding season. So yeah, those are green anoles that we saw. After numerous attempts of trying to catch the green anoles, we finally caught one using a stick. Here you can see me trying to grab the green anole, and it actually ends up biting me, which is perfectly fine because it barely hurt at all. And you know, I'm a predator it. So enjoy this footage of us catching the green anole. I actually did see another species of lizard, which was a 5-line skink, or at least I believe it was a 5-line skink, but unfortunately I lost that piece of footage. So yeah, sorry about that, guys, and yeah. Then we saw a couple of turtles, and I'm pretty sure that this is a yellow-bellied slider because, as you can see, or at least as the name says, they have a yellow belly, which you can sort of see in the image. And finally, that leads us to the last of our herps, which are the salamanders and the newts. This is a red-cheeked salamander that we found while hiking. Well, that leads us to the end of Road Trip Herp/Sightings. Remember, if you have any video ideas, you can comment down below, and I'll see you next time.